My name is Jean Amadeo, and I'm the new principal at Trumansburg Middle School. I'd like to take a few minutes to discuss changes to our grading procedures this year. First, why are we changing? Traditional grading practices of assigning a percentage grade from 0 to 100 have always been flawed. Traditional grading is inconsistent across our school building. It does not give us accurate feedback about students' progress towards mastering skills or standards. And traditional grading also penalizes students for practice work like homework and classwork. So what do I mean by this inconsistency and unfairness? Take a minute to look at these two students, Jake and Brenda, who have scored exactly the same scores in their respective classes. While Mr. Jones weights tests and projects heavily, Mrs. Jones distributes the weighting of her grades more evenly between homework and classwork activities. Now look at Jake and Brenda's final averages. Consider which grade is a more accurate representation of that student's academic achievement. Also consider other factors like classwork and homework that are practice opportunities for students and how much they really should bring down a student's final average. In another example, take a look at these two students, Bryce and Anthony. Again, Bryce and Anthony scored the same scores for each of their assignments, and they've each missed one assignment. Bryce, on one hand, is given a 0 for a missing assignment, while Anthony's incomplete doesn't count against him. Their averages are quite different. Again, consider which of these two grades is a more accurate reflection of that student's academic ability. Also consider that both Bryce and Anthony scored proficient, a 3, on their most recent assignments and lower grades on their earlier practice assignments. Also consider what outside factors may have led to Bryce's inability to complete his homework on the 20th of September. For more information about the flaws in traditional grading practices, I recommend 3 articles that will be attached to this email: The Case Against Percentage Grades, The Case Against the 0, and Grading is Due for an Overhaul. So what will our grading look like going forward? After 2 years of discussion, last year the Trumansburg faculty agreed to the following 3 changes to our grading practices. We have replaced the traditional 0 to 100 grading scale with a 1 through 4 proficiency-based grading scale. We've replaced zeros with incompletes, and we will rate the success skills of collaboration, participation, and self-directed learning as part of our report cards. Our hope is these changes will provide consistency of grading across the school building, avoiding the problems of weightings that you saw earlier. It will provide more accurate feedback to families regarding students' progress towards mastering skills and standards. And it separates out feedback regarding behaviors from feedback regarding academic achievement. What will you see on the report card? Academic labs and resource rooms will still receive S's and U's. Courses for high school credits, such as Algebra or French 1, will remain on the 0 to 100 scale. And all other middle school courses will be rated 1 through 4. What does rating on a scale from 1 through 4 mean? On this scale, students with level 1 have not yet demonstrated basic understanding of a standard. Students at level 2 are approaching understanding. They can do it sometimes, but they may need a lot of support. Our goal for all students is that they reach proficiency, or a level 3. Students who reach level 4 exceed expectations at their grade level and demonstrate mastery of all standards being taught. A useful way to think about this is riding a bike. If a student can't ride a bike at all, they're at a level 1. Students who can ride, sometimes or with some support such as training wheels, are approaching those standards at a level 2. Students who regularly ride their bike are at 3, proficient, and students who have exceeded expectations, have great skill and confidence, are a level 4. Where are we going from here? Many schools in our area, such as Ithaca and Lansing, are making the same shift, but it's new for us. Teachers will receive additional professional development throughout this year to support them in this work. Please don't hesitate to give us feedback about this new process or to ask questions. You can reach me at 387-7551 or at jamadeo@tberg.k12.ny.us. Thank you for taking the time to listen.